We're about to ring in the new year. How do you ring it in?
Let's get it. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. It's that time again. Here in, are we 3 days out or 4 days out?
I don't know what today is. I mean, it's a Saturday.
Yeah,
that's about
true.
as far as I know.
I know when I have to go back to work.
I know when I have to go to church.
Church is tomorrow.
But the days, like the numbers, I can't keep up with. I didn't even know when Christmas was until the last second. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, we opened our presents like a week before. So I mean,
I didn't even pay attention that they're like a week apart, so that they both lined up like on Wednesday.
Well, I do need to keep up with when the second is, because that's when our Tennessee game is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's our bowl game, so I need to keep up with that.
And that's all that matters.
So,
but anyway, I guess the what we're gonna do today is something a little different. I see we don't have the table.
Yeah, no table. We're kind of like what we did with the Veterans Day thing. We're going to talk about New Year's traditions.
Yes.
And there's a lot that a lot of people probably don't know where they get where they do their stuff from. Like, you probably just do it out of habit now, and you have no idea where it came from or even why you do it. You just know that your dad did it or your grandparents did it or whatever, and you have no idea where it came from or why you do it. You just know that's what you're supposed to do. So we can kind of talk about the different traditions, where they came from, why we do them.
So I have to say, I don't believe personally in luck.
So you're not superstitious?
I'm not superstitious.
Okay.
I believe there's such thing as chance. I believe you have a percentage of likability to make something happen. If it happens, it's because it was going to happen or wasn't. It wasn't because of some magical force.
I don't believe that I'm not superstitious either, so
Yeah.
I don't like four-leaf clover is a four-leaf. It's just an oddity in clovers.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's lucky. Doesn't mean anything other than it's a four-leaf clover.
Statistics are believable. Luck, just I don't get it.
So all the stuff that we're going to go over today, it really doesn't mean either to us, but because it's a Southern thing, and a lot of Southerners have been superstitious throughout the years.
Yeah, even what really gets me is some of them will say that they're not, and still do all this. But maybe
still do the superstitions.
Maybe it has to do with a connection to family. Maybe it has to do with you like to do stuff that your grandma did, and stuff that you did with your grandma. I mean, that's just the thing.
I don't do superstitious stuff, so I don't really do any of these things, except for one I might start doing and we'll go over it when we get there. But so we'll kind of start off with sounds. Now, Americans, when we watch TV and stuff, we see people with the little spinners and little horns and stuff like that that they blow when the ball drops. You watch the ball dropping at Times Square. You'll see people blowing horns and spinners and popping confetti things and stuff like that.
Yelling, screaming.
And that's been what you see. But in the South, it's a little differently. There may be still people doing popping confetti things, but a lot of people in the South shoot guns.
Yeah. I except for like seeing it on TV, we never really did fireworks growing up.
Not New Year's, no. But I mean, living where I do now, I hear it. I hear fireworks going off, and I've seen people shoot guns during New Year's too.
I shoot guns any day. I don't
well, yeah, I mean, but it's a superstition though.
It's
in Italy they ring the church bells.
Yeah.
In the Swiss they beat drums.
I think there's still some Catholic churches that do in the area ring their church bells
at midnight.
At midnight.
And I mean, it kind of dates back also with the firecrackers, and they came from China.
Yeah, from China. Any kind of firework, of course, most people know, came from China to ward off demons.
Yeah, which is all this really boils down to is warding off demons. The loud noises scaring away spooks and demons for the new year. So that's different. I mean, there's Thailand. They shoot guns. That's a tradition in that country that they shoot. And then of course here you'll have a lot of people shoot guns during the New Year's. So
Or honk car horns, apparently.
Apparently honk car horns because we shoot videos and that's what they like to do while we shoot videos.
That's what you call city life now.
Yeah.
But
anyways, so yeah, sounds, you'll hear a lot of different sounds during the New Year's. If you wonder where it came from, and you do some of these things, it's because you're warding off demons for the New Year.
I did not know that was the way to ward off demons.
I thought if you watch Supernatural, it's salt, I think.
Or you could wear one of them, you got to have that tattoo.
That tattoo, yeah, or the tattoo, ward off demons.
Just don't watch scary movies.
Supernatural didn't have any, like, little,
That would have been
or
fun.
horns.
You see Sam.
Yeah, Sam and Dean's like,
yeah,
like, you're scared now, buddy. No. You're scared now. But yeah, that's where that's where that stuff came from. You got any other sounds and stuff that I may have missed? Like I said, we went firecrackers, beat drums, church bells, gun shooting.
I'd imagine any kind of loud.
I know at a certain point, even during like the Civil War and stuff, they shot off cannons. So that was another thing, shot off cannons during this time. But yeah, the sound portion of it is just to ward off demons.
I usually just cry myself to sleep.
Well, that's because you have no one to kiss during New Year's. But you got one this time.
I
Loki.
don't. But well, I do have a dog. But
and we'll go to that tradition
that
soon, also.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got? Food.
It's food.
Food is a huge thing,
and the most important
South.
thing to us.
Well,
as you can see.
Yeah, but the tradition that a lot of people eat, what they in the South eat for, I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole.
I would. I've never done it, but I tried one time, but I was too lazy to cook it, so I tried to just eat like raw cabbage, and raw cabbage isn't that good.
I don't do cabbage. I don't do hog jaw, which is another thing. Some people say just ham. No, it's hog jaw.
But the actual traditional thing now is hog jaw. I don't know why.
I have no idea either.
I understand the reason for greens and or cabbage.
Black eyed peas.
But
that's another one.
Because I know the cabbage and the greens is supposed to be like money.
You're going to get more money that year.
That's at least what I've heard.
I don't know what the hog jaw and the black eyed peas resemble.
I don't know. I know where the tradition actually comes from the Civil War.
Yeah.
Because the Northerners, the Union, didn't believe that any of this stuff, black eyed peas, greens, or hog jaw, because it's basically pork fat, was worth eating. They thought they were above that. Well, Southerners, we'll
eat about anything, except for me because I'm picky. But most Southerners will eat anything, and that's why you see a lot of them eat like pig's feet and pig's ears, and a lot of people are pretty poor down here, so you just gotta eat what you can. True, but I mean, if you got the whole hog, a lot of them raise their own hogs. I think you can give the pig ears or the feet to the dog or something.
Just don't eat the brain.
Some of them eat the brain too. So
don't eat the brain.
Some people eat brains on New Year's also. It's supposed to be knowledge for the rest of the year.
Man.
So yeah, it's another thing. In Spain, they eat 12 grapes. They fill their mouths with grapes for the new year.
Well, here's something I can get on top of. In Swiss homes, daubs of whipped cream, symbolizing the richness of the year to come, are dropped on the floors.
And left there. For how long, I wonder?
All I know is whenever it's time to clean it up, I've got a tool.
Well, now here's the thing. If it's left there, someone has a dog. This is coming right behind you. They're like, so much for your new year.
That is weird. Just allowed. Do they just remain there until the New Year's is over? Or do they clean up after? I don't know.
It just says it's left there, so I don't know. I'm not sure myself.
That'd be some sticky floors.
My one that I can get behind of is eating of ring-shaped food in Dutch communities. Now, if you see me eating a bag of Funyuns on New Year's Day, just keep to yourself, okay? That's a ring-shaped treat.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about it. I like them little peach rings. Those are good.
But it's meaning of coming, fully around, and it's harmony, and that's what the ring-shaped foods. But they eat stuff like donuts and treats like that.
If you fry bacon just right, you can actually get it to where
it's a whole circle. But yeah, if you see me eating a bag of Funyuns on New Year's Day, mind your business, okay? I'm just trying to celebrate the new year.
That's worth celebrating, right?
Yeah, Funyuns.
Yeah.
And in India, rice.
Yeah, I can deal with rice.
Rice.
Rice goes good with anything. It just depends. It's the flavor of whatever you make.
I agree. I can just white rice. I can eat plenty of that.
Yeah.
Put a little cheese on it.
I like a rice and gravy.
I like rice and like sweet or mozzarella cheese. Goes good together.
Butter, a little butter in there.
So we got our foods. What about drinks?
You know, whenever most people think of New Year's, they think of champagne.
Yeah, but the champagne is not the drink itself, but it's actually the popping. It's another noise to ward off demons.
Huh.
It has nothing to do with the drink itself. It's actually the popping noise.
You know, I didn't even think about that, but that is true.
Yeah.
That's
why when you see some of the confetti cannons or whatever, they're shaped as a champagne bottle. It's the same effect, just without the alcohol. It's not the drink itself, but yeah, now we drink champagne on New Year's Eve because it's a tradition, but they don't realize that the tradition actually just deals with the popping of the bottle.
Something that's interesting to me is England uses, I don't know how to pronounce
it. Wassail.
Wassail?
Wassail. It's a Christmas drink.
And in Germany they had what was called Glühwein.
Yeah.
It's hot wine. This basically is beer and wine.
But it's mixed. There's some spices and stuff that goes in it also. Well. Yeah. But they hold this for wassails it's mostly through the Christmas season. So they drink through Christmas, but yeah, that's a New Year's tradition also. But a lot of, it's not just Germany and England. Scottish uses a spiced hot pint. So it's hot beer, basically, a spiced hot beer. So a lot of them drink like really hot alcohol or something, or warmed up by alcohol.
Well, the science there doesn't make sense to me, though. Whenever you drink hot stuff, when hot stuff goes inside, cold is what you get on the outside. So you actually cool down from drinking hot things. You drink cold things, you get warmed up.
Well, what do we do during Christmas? We drink hot cocoa.
Yeah, cocoa and things like that. But the science of it's just, I guess the sugar in the cocoa would help you warm up. But, it may warm your throat and your mouth a little bit. But overall, it's actually going to cool you down. So,
I don't know, but this
survival tip.
I don't know if this is necessarily just trying to be survival or just there's traditions for a new year. Like I said, wassail, spice, hot pint. We don't heat our champagne up for New Year's in America. That'd be really
gross.
Weird. But
that sounds awful.
But yeah, that's one of the things they do for drinks. But yeah, if you didn't know, champagne wasn't for the drink; it was for the popping noise that you got to scare off demons.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
So, is there any other drinks we missed? I know, like I said, a lot of the Europe colonies or Europe countries, all spiced hot alcohol beverage of some sort.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, mainly in the north, drink holiday punch, some sort of punch that's spiced however they care for it and what they want. Most of the time, it seems like the New Year's has become a real party thing.
Yeah,
so
you see that on
most
TV
time it's
a
alcohol.
lot. Yeah, you see on TV someone's at a bar somewhere partying it up. I tell you, in the South, it's not the case. Usually you just get around with a bunch of friends and stuff and
bonfire.
Like a lot of shooting guns and stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't shoot guns in the middle of a bar.
Yeah, that
doesn't
just
work.
Unless you're in the Old West, I guess.
Yeah,
in the saloon.
Even then, they're probably gonna ask you to leave.
So we got our sounds, food, drink, folklore.
Yeah, that's going to be the most interesting of them all. Stuff that's.
Now we get some of our folklore we read off of the almanac. Now, Robert B. Thompson, we know as the creator of the Farmer's Almanac, said, "Bring the new year in square with every man." You know what that means is to make sure when you come into the new year, make sure you settle your debts. And I think that's a good way of going about things. Make sure you're clean, with everybody. But that's a good tradition. I think everybody can get behind. I know a lot in America. A lot of that squaring your debts happens like around the April 15th mark, tax season.
Square a few debts then.
But it wouldn't be a bad idea to square your debts, at the beginning of the year.
Well, think about how that works. Really, whenever you it's even a biblical principle. We won't get too much into that, but when you think about, we mark, the newness of the year. Whenever we get to the end of the year, we feel like, oh, I'm so glad this year's almost over.
Yeah.
So if you go ahead and pay off, what you can, get rid of some bills, maybe pay off your cousin that you borrowed $100 from.
Which I think you owe me $100.
Oh,
yeah. No? Okay.
There's something I got to do. You're just going to feel better next year. That's going to be off your chest.
Yeah, it's a relief.
So,
it's
not
not
advice.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that everybody will get behind of, but I think that's a tradition that it might make you feel better.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a superstition attached to that. It just makes you.
It's just smart.
Yeah, it's smart.
It really is
Smart living. And then New Year's Eve, everybody gets for the countdown. You're getting ready to hit one. You always kiss whoever you're around. Now that signifies that that's the person you want to kiss the rest of the year.
Yeah. So ladies,
or hope to be kissing the rest of the year.
You still have a few days. If you like your chunky man, a little bit of beard.
Sorry, I got my.
And
I got a wife.
Yeah, he's married, but this guy's not. So I'm on the prowl. You gotta love Jesus though. So keep that in mind.
This is not a dating site.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm pretty sure most of the
share with your friends.
Anyways, yeah, the kissing tradition is a superstition that whoever you kiss on midnight is the person that you would hope to kiss the rest of the year.
Well, at least I got Loki.
You got Loki to kiss.
He does give some good sugars.
One I've heard a long time, and there's a bunch of different meanings behind it, but the no washing of clothes.
Yeah, I've heard of that too, and like cleaning out things before the New Year comes. Like,
well, this is supposed to be on New Year's Day. Don't wash clothes on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
And I've always heard it about two different ways. The two main ones is, one, because you'll be doing more laundry that year. But you're going to do laundry anyways that year, or you're going to have really smelly laundry.
Especially if you have more than 3 people living in the house.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of laundry.
You're going to have a lot of laundry unless you're nasty.
Yeah.
So
the other one is that if you wash your clothes, the superstition also says that you will wash away someone in your family.
Oh.
Someone in your family will die, blah, 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 if you wash clothes. I don't know, but when I do a lot of laundry, I'm hoping someone else will come do it, so I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't matter what you believe here, but I don't believe the spirits or anything are paying attention to when you wash your clothes.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
God's not sitting up there going, oh, he washed his trousers. That means Aunt Mary, she's going to have to come back home with Jesus. No, that's not how it works.
No, I don't think so. But to each his own in that case. I mean, it just seems weird, but
that's one of the folklores.
There's one I didn't know until today. The first person apparently to enter your house.
Yeah, that's a European custom.
After the New Year's, apparently, is supposed to signify.
Yeah, it's the best first four or something like that. It's a threshold thing. Kind of the same reason why you do the whole carry your wife through the threshold when you get married. It's supposed to signify good fortune and stuff like that. So whoever comes over the first in your new year will signify how your year is going to go. Pretty much, it's a European tradition. I don't in any of these things. I don't put credence in.
Well, that's true, but it's interesting.
It's interesting where all this stuff comes from. The South is very. I mean, you got to look at our demographic. When the sailors came over, you have your colonists. They stopped right here in this area, and they're like, "We're just going to hold on to what we love. This is good. We like the hills. We like the little bit of mountains we got. This is good enough." And that's where our traditions come from. It's all these settlers, colonists, and stuff. And we just kind of, because there's not a lot of outsiders come into this area because it's not economical, I guess, enough to build here. And
it's not flat.
It's not very flat.
Your roads take a whole lot longer to make. You got to do a whole lot of this.
We just kind of set in our ways. And these traditions have developed throughout the years, continued on, passed them through the family, and at a certain point, you just kind of forget where they come from and forget, why we do the things we do. I mean, if you do these things, good for you. I don't put any credence in any of it. I mean, I don't think it's going to help you one way or another. Is it fun to do some of these things? I'm going to definitely eat Funyuns on New Year's Day. So
I'm going to make round bacon.
Good for you on that. Maybe put some ice cream. We did that one time. I'm still thinking about that ice cream and bacon. That was good.
That was pretty good.
I've told everybody about that, and they were like, "That's nasty."
So the biggest thing of all, the most used tradition of all New Year's traditions, of course, is resolutions.
Oh yeah, can't forget about resolutions.
So
which are broken pretty much on the second day.
Yeah, the worst thing myself that I could do is, because I want to lose some weight, but I'm not going to make that a resolution, because it seems like that is destined for failure.
It has been throughout the years.
That's
every person, and I'm not going to say 90% of people that say they're going to lose weight in their New Year's resolution, it's usually a failure.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna. Yeah, you're probably gonna get fatter.
So yeah, you know where that came from, right? Resolutions, New Year's resolutions.
Well, I know it's old.
It's very old,
like,
1600s.
Like, actually, I think it's older than that. I think people were doing it in 2600 BC.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think Babylonians started
it
originally. No, it might like.
Well, as far as I can find, was 1600s.
It might have developed further than that, but I think 2600 BC was as far back as
they're
people.
making resolutions back then and breaking them ever since on the 2nd of January. Can you believe that?
Well, I think.
Why do we continue to torture ourselves with that?
Maybe there's not enough teamwork involved in resolutions.
I don't know. Yeah. I know every resolution I've had on the New Year's, I've set 2nd January, I'm ordering pizza. I mean, Twinkies, whatever I can find. I'm going to, the 1st of January, I'm set. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to do it. The 2nd, I'm ordering Domino's pizza, drinking a 2-liter Coke.
Taco Bell. But, I mean, it just seems like if you're going to do it. Maybe people need a little bit more help. Maybe you should make a family resolution instead of a single person resolution. You can't do anything by yourself.
I mean, I think it's good. Resolutions are good for certain things, especially if you're married. Make a resolution every year that you plan to do something, or make your marriage better or something like that. If you're single, make a resolution that you're going to try to do something that you haven't done before. I mean, there's some good things, but don't make it too strict. Like, I plan to lose 200 pounds this year. Don't think you're going to keep to that. Set it small steps throughout the year. You don't have to be at the New Year's mark. Have a small goal, and when you hit that goal, say, okay, I want to do this now. I want to make a resolution. I want to do this, and then hit that goal. Throughout the year, don't just make it one goal at the beginning of the year. You're going to break it every single time.
I think we've turned this into, like, what they call them guys that go up and speak in front of people?
Oh, a motivational.
We're getting motivational.
Well, I mean,
because the more you talk, the more I think about just how I think we should make a resolution every single morning to do something different or better than we did the day before.
I mean, those are the small goals you can make throughout the year, but not trying to be too motivational, because that's not what we're about. I mean, on this, YouTube thing, but when you talk about resolutions, you kind of go motivational, because that's what resolutions, you're trying to motivate yourself to do something.
That's true.
So, but yeah, New Year's traditions, I think we've hit a lot of them, if not most of them that we could find.
I'm sure each family.
Yeah, I'm sure
there's
you
families
do some
that have traditional.
You do some with your family that probably someone else that doesn't do, and if we missed that, we're sorry. These are just a kind of a roundabout things that most people do during this time. And maybe you eat those Funyuns on New Year's Day and I don't know about it, and kind of mad that you haven't told me about it yet.
But leave a comment if you have any others, because we just want to know. I mean, it's fun to learn.
Oh, I gotta say, and I told the wife I'd say it, okay? Now, last video, our Christmas episode, I said that I wanted that Sting Funko Pop that was $80.
Yeah.
Well, the wife done that and more. She got me a signed Funko Pop of Sting, which is a lot more than $80. So I had to throw that out there, shout out, because when when we videoed that was before I didn't even know she knew I wanted that. That was the thing. So this is before she knew about it too. So I got it and I'm like, oh, you should watch the video we shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yes,
But yeah, other than that, go ahead. Throw the ending there. Sorry, I had to shout that out.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
Thanks for watching. God bless you this New Year's Eve. Be careful. Don't drink and drive.
Hey, and we'll see
Don't
you
mess up.
next year.
That's right. Let's get it.